We've all been in that situation countless times. You're talking to a woman, maybe someone you just met at a party, a bar, a cafe, or perhaps that attractive colleague you've been thinking about. Everything seems to flow smoothly. She smiles, laughs at your jokes, and holds eye contact a little longer than usual. Hey, thank you for being here. If this message speaks to your heart, please subscribe and join our family. Your like means the world, and sharing this video could change someone's life who really needs to hear it. Together, we're not just watching words, we're building strength, hope, and a better tomorrow. Let's lift each other up. Subscribe, like, and share if you believe in this journey. Suddenly, your heart starts to race and one thought floods your mind. Is she flirting or just being nice? It's one of the most confusing and frustrating situations a man can face. If you've ever found yourself in that uncertain gray zone, you know exactly what I mean. You start analyzing every word, every glance, every subtle movement she makes. You wonder, am I overthinking this or am I missing clear signs? Here's the good news, there's actually a proven method developed by some of the world's top seduction experts to help you instantly tell whether she's truly flirting or just being polite. And today, I'll show you exactly how to read those signals clearly, confidently, and instantly. You see, women communicate on several levels at once. Neil Strauss famously said, "Attraction isn't a choice, it's an instinctual response." That means true attraction reveals itself, often unconsciously, in her body language, behavior, and tone. So, how do you recognize those signs? Let's start with the basics. Real flirting isn't about what she says, it's how she says it, and what she does while saying it. If she's genuinely interested, her body will give her away, often without her knowing. Pay close attention, because these cues are subtle, but unmistakable. Start with her eyes. Genuine attraction triggers a very specific type of gaze. If she's flirting, her eyes will linger longer. Her pupils may dilate, a natural reaction when we see something we desire. She might also glance quickly at your lips while you're speaking, a subtle, instinctive move. It's quick, it's natural, it's subconscious, but once you spot it, you won't forget it. Next, touch. Not the obvious or exaggerated kind, but subtle, casual contact. She may lightly touch your arm when she laughs, or brush her hand against yours while reaching for something. These aren't random. Women instinctively touch men they're attracted to because physical contact builds connection and comfort. But here's the catch. Some women are naturally touchy and outgoing, so check if she's doing this just with you. If she's not touching others the same way, that's a big sign you're standing out. Now listen carefully. This is crucial. Proximity. When a woman is genuinely attracted, she'll naturally move closer. Even if there's plenty of space, she'll choose to sit or stand near you. She might lean in during conversation or subtly enter your personal space. This isn't accidental, it's biological. Proximity creates rapport, comfort, and attraction. If she keeps positioning herself near you, that's a crystal clear indicator. Here's something even more fascinating, mirroring. If you shift your posture, and she soon does the same. Or, if you sip your drink, and she mimics the action shortly after. You're witnessing a psychological phenomenon called mirroring. We subconsciously mirror those we're attracted to. It creates immediate subconscious connection. Let's talk about attention. A woman who's truly interested will engage, not just respond. She'll ask questions, stay curious, and keep the conversation alive. She won't just answer, she'll contribute. That's a powerful sign of emotional investment. This is where many men get confused, because friendliness can resemble flirtation. So how do you know the difference? It comes down to two things: consistency and escalation. When she's genuinely attracted, her signals won't stay static, they'll build. Her laughter becomes more spontaneous, her touch more frequent, her gaze more intense. She escalates subtly, hoping you'll catch on and respond. On the other hand, a woman who's just being polite will stay emotionally neutral, pleasant but flat. No growing intimacy. She won't keep entering your space or repeatedly initiate casual touch. If the energy stays even, she's likely just being friendly. But if her cues grow stronger with time, you're watching real flirtation in motion. Let's go one level deeper into something powerful. Neil Strauss often emphasizes the test. Women frequently and unconsciously test the men they're drawn to. They do it playfully, not maliciously. She might tease your opinions, taste, or style, just enough to see how you respond. Why? Because she's gauging your confidence. She wants to know, will you fold under pressure or stay calm and playful? If you recognize this test and respond with ease, her attraction skyrockets. But if she never teases or challenges you, keeps everything neutral, she's likely not interested romantically. Now here's the real power of reading these subtle signs. It puts the control in your hands. No more second guessing. You can escalate the interaction confidently and connect emotionally without fear clouding your judgment. Let's make it even more practical. Imagine this, you're talking to her. She's laughing, touching your arm, maintaining eye contact, leaning closer. It all feels right, but you still want clarity. You need one discreet, bulletproof test. Here's a brilliant move from Neil Strauss. Pause. Seriously, at the peak of conversation, just stop, mid-sentence or mid-story, hold eye contact, say nothing. If she's genuinely into you, she won't let that silence last. She'll jump in with a question, a joke, a laugh, anything to keep the vibe alive. That's a green light. But if she just waits patiently, letting the silence linger, she's likely being polite. This move is subtle, effortless, and it works every time. By now, you've probably realized something important. Attraction isn't a mystery. The signs are always there, you just need to know how to read them. Curiosity suggests she's testing your interest in other women. Reservation suggests she's guarding her feelings because you matter more than she's willing to openly admit. Now let's talk about social proof, something Neil Strauss emphasized consistently. A woman genuinely attracted to you will subtly broadcast your presence or worth to others. Notice if she introduces you enthusiastically to friends or colleagues, highlighting your qualities in subtle ways. When a woman is merely friendly, introductions remain casual and polite, but genuine attraction compels her to elevate your status subtly, ensuring others see you positively. Another intriguing factor is her behavior when you're silent or not actively engaging. If she's genuinely attracted, she'll attempt to reignite the conversation during lulls or subtly seek your attention. Maybe she playfully teases you or initiates new topics spontaneously. Friendly women will let the conversation comfortably fade. Attracted women will instinctively attempt to draw you back in, craving more engagement. Here's another powerful test that's rarely mentioned but exceptionally effective. Observe her reaction when you're about to leave. A woman who sees you purely as a friend will offer a polite, warm goodbye without hesitation. But genuine attraction manifests through hesitation or an unconscious attempt to prolong the interaction. She might ask one last question, start a new mini-topic, or subtly indicate she wishes you'd stay longer, even if it's just a lingering gaze. Let me share a powerful principle Neil Strauss used consistently, something he called the contrast principle. If you suspect she's attracted but still aren't sure, introduce subtle contrasts in your interactions. Alternate between warm, engaging attention and brief, friendly indifference. If she reacts strongly, actively trying to regain your attention or reconnect emotionally, you're dealing with genuine attraction, not mere politeness. Let's briefly step into the realm of online interactions. Many of these signals transfer powerfully to texting or messaging. Does she consistently initiate conversations, reply quickly, or extend chats by asking personal questions? Online, genuine attraction becomes even more apparent because body language disappears, and attraction must manifest through investment in words, timing, and emotional tone. If her online behavior is proactive, emotionally engaging, and clearly different from how she interacts with others, you've spotted clear signals of attraction. But here's something crucial to understand: attraction isn't static. It's dynamic, constantly shifting based on how you respond. Recognizing these subtle signals isn't just about decoding interest. It's about harnessing that attraction and deepening it through skillful interaction. In fact, Neil Strauss repeatedly stressed that attraction, when properly recognized and nurtured, rapidly intensifies. Imagine this scenario: you're having a great conversation. All the signs seem positive, but there's still a flicker of doubt inside. To eliminate uncertainty, Neil Strauss teaches something profoundly effective: the principle of emotional reciprocity. This means deliberately sharing a small piece of personal insight or vulnerability and carefully observing her response. Women naturally reciprocate emotional intimacy when they're attracted. If you share something real, even subtly vulnerable, and she responds with something equally personal, that's a deep sign of attraction. Mere friendliness stays surface level, but genuine interest wants to match your depth. Now consider the environment. How does she act in public compared to when you're alone? Strauss emphasized that genuine attraction becomes significantly clearer in more private, intimate settings. If her signals amplify when the two of you are away from others, that's intentional. Her guard is down. Her comfort is up. That's when true attraction reveals itself most honestly. This is why something as simple as suggesting to step outside for air can instantly expose her real intentions. If she eagerly follows, it's attraction, not politeness. Another strategy Strauss recommends is breaking rapport. It's not about being mean or disrespectful. It's about playfully disrupting harmony to observe her response. Lightly disagree, misinterpret her words jokingly. If she instinctively tries to repair the moment, clarifying, laughing, or touching, she's emotionally invested. Friendly women tolerate the disruption. Attracted women try to restore the connection. Pay attention to exclusivity. When a woman is truly into you, she tries to carve out private moments, even in a crowd. She might speak quietly, lean in closer, or reference shared jokes or memories. These are not accidents. They're emotional markers, small but powerful. Exclusivity builds intimacy, and intimacy reveals desire. Here's something subtle, yet revealing: future projection. If she casually mentions upcoming plans involving you, even hypothetically, she's imagining you in her world. We should try that restaurant. You'd love this music festival. These are micro investments in future connection. Polite women don't do this. Attracted women do it effortlessly. You can also test her emotional investment with subtle exclusion. Mention an activity you usually do solo or only with close friends. Watch her reaction. If she's attracted, she'll gently challenge that, making a case to be included. She'll playfully question your exclusivity, subtly inserting herself into the picture. That's emotional curiosity, the hallmark of interest. Another layer: her mood around your attention. If she lights up when you engage and seems a little disappointed when you withdraw, that's powerful. Polite women stay emotionally neutral. Genuinely attracted women mirror your energy. It matters to them whether they have your attention. Also, pay attention to silence. If she feels comfortable being quiet with you, especially while maintaining eye contact or a relaxed presence, she's not just friendly. She's comfortable, connected, and drawn to you. Comfortable silence is one of the strongest indicators of deeper chemistry. Now notice how she behaves when other women are around you. Does she step in, linger closer, or subtly draw your focus back to her? Even small interruptions or changes in posture when you talk to someone else are revealing. These signs of mild competition are deeply instinctive. She's trying to reassert emotional space. Polite women never bother. Attracted women can't help themselves. Finally, there's the power of unsolicited approval. If she compliments your personality, your ideas, your sense of humor without being prompted, that's a giveaway. Friendly women don't invest emotional energy into building your self-image, but women who are drawn to you do it instinctively, often without even realizing it. All these behaviors form a powerful language, a silent, subtle code of attraction, and when you master it, you remove all guesswork. You'll move through conversations and connections with clarity, certainty, and confidence, but knowing isn't enough. Recognition must lead to action. Attraction favors those who take the lead. When you see these signals, they are invitations, cues to escalate, connect more deeply, and build something meaningful. Every subtle cue is her way of saying, "I'm open, show me who you are." That's why this awareness is so transformational. It empowers you to move through the world with presence, insight, and emotional precision. You know when to lean in. You know when to pause, and most importantly, you know when it's real. If this message resonated with you, take a moment now. Engage, leave a comment, share a moment where these signals helped you understand someone better, or when you missed them and learned in hindsight. Your story might be exactly what someone else needs to hear. Let's grow this community of clarity, courage, and connection. Because no man should ever again have to ask, is she flirting or just being nice?